Wow. Would you look at the time? I think it's time to start working on the next no checkpoint video. Better call up Peyton. Well, I guess I'm on my own for this one. What do you think, Skunk?
I'm going back to bed.
In this video, I'm going to be playing Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on the Sonic Origins collection. Why am I using this version? Well, it's because I have no intention of starting over when I inevitably die a million times.
Also, you are ugly.
Let's get this game started. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Well, what do you think, Sonic?
I didn't want to play this game anyway.
Now let's get this game started. Sega! Ooh, looks like I can pick a character. I think I'm gonna go with Amy. This is a fantastic intro stage. Green Hill is the perfect 2D Sonic level. It's got tons of hills for you to experiment with the momentum-based gameplay, and has lots of different pathways to show you that most of the time, the higher pathway is the faster one. If you're good enough, you can keep the speed going throughout the entire level. Every zone has 3 acts and a boss at the end. If you play Sonic games, then you know that most games only have 2 acts per zone. Does this extra act make Sonic 1 a slog to get through?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Well, the acts are really short, most being beatable in under 2 minutes, so I think that the 3rd act is fine for the most part.
Wow, that was an amazing intro level. I hope the rest of the game is just as fun as that one. How could you do this to me?
You remember all the good things I said about Green Hill? Well, Marble Zone is the complete opposite. It's slow and has tons of traps and spikes and pushing blocks.
You're supposed to be fast. How could you let this happen?
They're gonna turn Tails into a robot! That's horrible!
There's not even a faster upper path you can take. You have to go down with the blocks and the traps. Going from the fast-paced Green Hill Zone to the slow, block-pushing Marble Zone is like...
Oh, no!
Moving on!
This blows.
Actually, Sonic, this zone is one of the good ones.
Spring Yard Zone highlights the momentum-based gameplay more than even Green Hill Zone does, with these big drops. Just trust me, I promise it's good. Not gonna lie, I sped through this one really fast and don't have too much to say about it. I do remember running through a ton of spikes, and Amy cheesed the boss real hard with their hammer attack. This is the worst zone in the entire game. Take everything bad about Marble Zone and add water and cheap enemy placement all over. Sonic, or Amy in this case, can't breathe underwater, so you have to constantly worry about drowning. You can get extra air by finding air bubbles, but you have to wait for them and could end up drowning while you're waiting for them. Now is a good time to mention Amy's specific abilities. Instead of the drop dash, Amy has this hammer attack, and it's basically the same thing, but the important one is her hammer spin. In the air, if you press the jump button again, Amy will spin her hammer all around her, which extends her hitbox so you can hit enemies while keeping yourself safe from harm. It makes Labyrinth Zone 10 times easier because you can hit these enemies that come out of the ground as soon as they come out. I spent almost half an hour on this zone because of the terrible enemy placement and the water making you slow as ass. Don't even get me started on the boss. You better do it on your first try or you're only getting one shield in your next go around because there aren't any rings in the fight. Or chase, I guess. Fucking finally, I got it. Wait, what happened?
It's 2:30 in the afternoon. People are trying to sleep.
Ugh. Now what have I told you about touching shit?
Starlight Zone, like Spring Yard Zone, I kinda sped through without much trouble. It's a faster zone with another banger song like all the other ones in this game. This is probably the most forgettable zone in the game, and it's just here to make up for the atrocity that was Labyrinth Zone.
Wow, that was a nice zone. I wonder what the boss is gonna be like, though.
This is the worst boss in the game.
You're supposed to knock Robotnik's explosives back at him, and it's kinda long and tedious. Unless you're Amy and you can just cheat again with your hammer. Moving on. This one was pretty tough. Being the final level of the game, it does have tons of traps and difficult platforming challenges. Those spinning platforms are obnoxious, and these falling platforms are fucking dumb, but it definitely wasn't as bad as Labyrinth Zone.
Whew! Finished Act 2. Alright, wait. What's happening?
The title of this is a lie. It's Labyrinth Zone Act 4, and it has all of the same Labyrinth Zone problems, and I don't want to talk about it, so we're moving on. The final zone is just a boss fight, and a pretty simple one at that. You just avoid being crushed and avoid the electricity, then you hit Robotnik. I finished it my first try even. Eggman tries to escape, so you hit him, and that's the end of the game. I'd say overall, I had more fun playing than I remember from my first playthrough. I imagine playing this on the Genesis back in the day was a lot more frustrating due to the limited lives and restarts, but honestly, playing on the Sonic Origins collection, other than a couple really bad zones, I think that Sonic 1 is just as fun as the other classic Sonic games. The addition of the drop dash, the spin dash, and infinite lives turns the game from a trial and error mess to a pretty fun and comfortable journey. If you're gonna play Sonic 1, I definitely recommend the Sonic Origins collection.
Now that that's all over, I'm gonna get back to making more videos. Thank you all for watching, and... Wait a minute.
Oh no!